I've watched many a Madden franchise. Now I'm going to try give 'em run a go. Welcome to this Madden franchise series. So we're going to jump into a fresh franchise mode here, and well, who knows who we're going to start with. If you've seen the title of this video, then you probably are aware who we're going to start with. We're going to start with my San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are such an interesting team. They are desperately in need of a bounce back year. They're definitely a team that is better than their record of 6-11 last year would suggest. As you can see, overall 84. Offense is heavily tilted in the direction of which way this team is going to go. They've got weapons like George Kittle, who is an absolute star and probably the best tight end in all of football right now. But I'm not going to pretend the entire 49ers roster is perfect. Deebo Samuel has moved on to the Washington Commanders. Brandon Ayuk, we are waiting for him to come back from injury, so where he stands right now could be an interesting point. Then you've got people like Ricky Pearsall, who really need to have a big step forward this year, and I think they will do, so I feel like we're going to try and incorporate him in the offense a lot. People like Juwan Jennings, who in real life is currently being a bit of a contract holdout situation, so that's going to be interesting, but I think he's going to play a big part as well. And of course, the absolute weapon that's Christian McCaffrey. We've also got Brock Purdy under center as well. I'm a massive Brock Purdy guy, and I'm excited to see how well this team plays. Defense is obviously going to be where this team is potentially going to falter. We've still got some really good defensive weapons like Fred Warner and Nick Bosa, as you can see there. But this team has lost a lot of defensive talent. A lot of it to the Denver Broncos as well. But that's okay. We're going to take over the 49ers and we're going to see what we can do this year. The schedule that the 49ers have is, on paper, the easiest schedule of any team in the NFL. So I'm not expecting us to go through this season unbeaten, obviously not. But I'm expecting us to have a winning record, and we are going to push. We're going to push for the playoffs. So I'm going to go for the real-life NFL coach because we're going to be playing as Kyle Shanahan. So I believe he's going to be an offensive guru. I'm assuming that's the way this is going to skewer. And hey, look, it is. Now, league settings, just so I can show you guys all of these. So we are going to be starting on Pro. That is the level I play at. I know it's not terribly high, but I'm not terribly good at the game. So we'll start on Pro. We'll see how it goes. If it's too easy, then we'll break it up. We don't just want to be winning every single game. That would be silly. We play with 9-minute quarters. I don't think there's anything else I particularly need to show you. So with stuff like this, there's a couple of things that I definitely don't do. So I am going to set that to auto. I'm not very good at the training drills. People that used to watch me on Twitch live will definitely confirm that. Trades and free agency, we will be doing. Off-season free agent binning, we will also be doing. Injury management, we can take care of that too. Preseason cut days, again, we'll do that. I feel like you could very well just set that to auto. Like, all you're doing is cutting the fat from the squad, really. Contract negotiations, we'll do those. Scouting college players. Now, this is where I find I kind of have a little bit of trouble, but we'll set it to manual. Hopefully we'll get it done. Practice reps, we're going to set to auto. Depth chart, that's going to be ours. I think that's about it. So with that, let's jump into the preseason. Okay, so we got a couple of things here. So I've already kind of skipped a bit too far forward. So congratulations, we have 200 staff points to spend on franchise talent trees. This is your coach level. Levels range from 1 to 50, and each new level unlocks additional coaching abilities or play sheets. Nice. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So we got a lot to jump into right off the bat. Okay. Right. So let's take a look at what we've got going on here. So training camp. This is the kind of thing that honestly I am horribly bad at, so I'm not going to play these drills. Now, I know playing these drills can drastically change how quickly your players and stuff get better, so that will probably be something we look to do in future seasons if we make it that far. I'm not sure how I'm planning to do this. I have literally never made a franchise mode myself, or like I've played them but never made them for content, so I don't know how this is going to go. So for the preseason, we're going to mostly sim it. We're going to worry about the storylines and this trainer talk and upgrading players and stuff, but we're mostly going to sim the preseason. Then when it comes to the actual season, we'll play the first game against the Seahawks today. And then this first season, I'm probably going to look to doing about 2 episodes, maybe simming about half a season per time, maybe playing 1 or 2 games per episode. Again, I'm honestly not too sure. Okay, right, let's take a look. So we got a lot of things we need to look into before we start kicking this off. So storylines, position battle, a player would like to discuss the starting role. Talk to me. Who is it? Who wants to chat?
Been made for a top spot on the depth chart. Competition breeds success.
Oh,
Coaches will decide how far the competition goes.
Okay, who's looking for... Is that Ricky Pearsall? Surprised you're not in pads. We've got practice in a few. It's Jason Pinnock. I'm so stupid. I really believe I can be one of the best on this team. I'd like to take a chance to start this year. What do you think? Start preseason strong, brother, and then we'll go from there. Whatever I need to do, coach. If you can get me the drives, I'll prove myself a starter. So Jason Pinnock is looking to become a real asset to this team. Probably worth looking who he actually is. But we'll go through some other stuff, then we'll have a quick flick through the team and stuff. I promise we'll get to all this. I'm trying my best, damn it. All right, trainer talk, team health. So staying healthy for the 49ers does seem to be like it's always a very dramatic thing. Hey, Coach Shanahan wanted to discuss managing player health for the upcoming season. As players start to take punishment during the game, that wear will cause the health to start to diminish. Attributes may be affected and injuries more likely to occur. Okay. Thanks, I'll provide more attention on that wear and tear during the game. Where do you fit in? Each week, we'll evaluate every player's overall health and give them a status to help you manage your lineups. During the week, it will be up to you to decide what your team's training plan is and how to utilize your staff's abilities. After practice, we'll give you each player's final status. This determines their availability for the upcoming game. So I'm assuming with the coaches also taking the practice sessions for us, they're going to bear this in mind a bit for us. But still, that's good to know. I'll make sure to keep status in mind when setting up for the week. What do you mean by abilities? Abilities allow us to adapt to how you plan for the team. We can focus on players' health during games or their week-to-week recovery. New abilities can unlock or improve over time and can be changed week to week. Let us know the plan during the next weekly strategy. Thanks, Mel. Who can we upgrade? Richie Grant and Taron Jackson. No one that we're terribly fussed about right now based on their overalls, so we'll just auto-upgrade them and get that done. And hey, take a look at defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins from the Seahawks on the trade block. He could be an upgrade over Kevin Givens. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Now, what you are about to see here is I meant to not make any trades for this first season. I was going to just keep it calm and, you know, just go with the squad from the Niners that the Niners have. I wanted to make it as realistic as possible. But my stupid brain, for some reason, just thought, you know what? I'm just going to make this trade. We've not even looked at the roster yet, but I'm going to make this trade. Look at this dumb idiot making this trade. Like, don't get me wrong, good player, but, you know, I mean, the trade gets done. Spoiler alert. So, Jay Hankins is who we are looking at. So, I'm thinking if we're potentially looking to upgrade. So, we've got Kevin Givens. Okay. But Kevin Givens is kind of a proven commodity, right? We're assuming that these guys are going to improve. So, I guess if we maybe offer someone like a Kalia Davis, which isn't great, and then maybe a late round draft pick, could that be something we could offer? They're both red, so I'm assuming not really. Okay, so if we maybe up that draft pick, well, like a third. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. So what if we just offer the slightly better DT? Is this even gonna, like, CJ West, what are you saying? He's a bit better. Oh, that's so close. Gosh, they are playing hardball. What does the team actually need? Let's take a look. Is there something we can offer them that they actually need? What about Chaz Surratt? You like him? You're annoying me now, Seahawks. What if we make it a draft pick? We'll move it up to a second, but we'll make it next year's. So we don't really lose that much. What about then? Perfect. Done deal. Let's send it to the league off to make it official. Hankins is in. From a division rival as well. That's interesting. It's not even as if that trade negotiation went well. That was a car crash. Okay, before we do a rundown of the team and stuff, let's jump into this menu right here. Now, this is the kind of stuff that I have not even looked at even remotely in my Bills franchise, which is the only thing that I've done so far, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So, Kyle Shanahan, coach overview. View each of your staff members and an overview of their information. Level, archetype, and total number of abilities and play sheets unlocked. Breakdown of unlocked ability categories to view strengths and weaknesses. As a head coach, track your approval rating, which shows how the world views your coaching legacy. Perform well to secure your job or falter and find yourself looking at an early retirement. Abilities, play sheets, and goals. On the abilities and play sheets tab, select any staff member to navigate their ability grid. You can use staff points to purchase tier upgrades or locked abilities / play sheets while one is selected. The goals tab allows you to see all the goals that will progress your staff members and any promises made in scenarios that will alter your approval. Okay, cool. So we have Kyle Shanahan, level 27, coach. Approval rating, good right now. Okay, stunning. Kevin McFerrin, who's an level 2 offensive coordinator. Dallas Menard, level 4 defensive coordinator. And Merle Green, the trainer. Okay, so I guess we can take a look at all of our abilities. Let's do that. Whoa. Okay. So this is our initial abilities. So we have... Oh, we see. Okay, so we have a number of them selected. Angry Runner. Increased chances of broken tackles on screen passes. See, I feel like that's the kind of thing that I am... So all of these just like passive? Do they all just work? Or is it just the ones that are selected? Okay, so we got 200 points to upgrade this stuff. So double team run blocks are more successful. Impact block for offensive linemen. Yeah, we'll definitely upgrade that. Nice. Let's get that one upgraded. Perfect. I guess we'll also upgrade that as well. And we might as well upgrade this. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to lie, I don't really totally understand this menu. So if anyone's got any advice for how this works, then please let me know. Play sheets. Okay, so we'll unlock more of these as we get in. I would quite like to have good red zone passing because that's something I'm not great at. 2-minute play sheet, that would probably be quite handy. And we're going to upgrade the... Wait, no, what's the one we're using? Heavy sets. Tip the scale with run-centric plays from multiple heavy formations. Cool. That sounds like a very Kyle Shanahan-y thing. See, I don't know if it's just a case of being a 49ers fan and only understanding 49ers football, but that is kind of the way I play Madden. I'm very, very run-heavy, very... short passes. I really use my halfbacks and running backs a lot. That is kind of my thing. Should we try some training camp minigames? Let's give them a try. Right, we're going to do rushing attack close quarters, and we're going to run this drill with Isaac Guerendo. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey is an incredible weapon, or maybe Jordan James, actually. He's the same overall as Guerendo, 4 years younger. I just think obviously McCaffrey is incredible. He is 29 now, which for a running back is getting on a little bit, and we need to be wary of last season's injury issues. So we need to make sure that we have someone who is up there and ready to replace Christian McCaffrey if needed. So I think Jordan James, we're going to give this drill a go. I'm pretty bad at the practice drills, so I've not included them in recording. I literally got a couple of silvers, so pretty poor. So I don't expect anyone to be developing hugely off of these. So, yeah, back to it. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and we're just going to sim to the next week, and we'll take it week by week just to see if we get any injuries or anything like that. No new unlocks. So we lost to the Broncos. That's okay. It's the preseason. It doesn't matter. We're heading into the film room. Oh, I didn't go through our roster, did I? We'll do that. We'll do that once we've cut people. We were looking for a lot more from you that game, Jason. Still a lot of growth needed, but you have the time to grow. Keep your head up and keep grinding. I know I'm better than how I played out there, coach. I'll keep on it. Next time we review my film, it'll really show what I'm capable of. Okay, so it sounds like Jason didn't quite provide what we needed from him. So, damn, that's a lot of upgrades. Is there anyone we are really interested in? Probably Michael Williams. We'll make sure. He's got hidden development. Okay, how exciting. Oh, how exciting. So we'll upgrade him as a power rusher because we very much care about Michael Williams and want to make sure that he is as good a player as he could possibly be. The rest of them will just set to auto upgrade. The franchise will choose the best option for them. That's fine. Again, we will just jump ahead to the next week. Let's see how we perform against the Raiders. We lost against the Raiders too. Golly gosh. Jason's back. Hey coach, really been thinking about my development. I don't want this to be the last look I get at earning the starting spot. I'm bringing in a personal coach. What should I work at? So I feel like personally, I play a lot of zone coverage. Now, mostly I do tend to only play the offense. I do kind of want to sort that out, though. I want to play more defense this save. So I'll say zone coverage just because that's the kind of thing that I like to sit in quite a lot. On it, coach. I'll touch base late this season for an evaluation. Thanks for everything. Trainer talk, injury impact. Let's have a talk. Hey, Coach Shanahan. With the regular season around the corner, I wanted to talk more about how we can help with injuries. Don't forget, as you're saying the weekly strategy, you can utilize our abilities to affect the player's health. Healing Accelerator can help players return from their injuries faster. Practice Protector keeps player healthy during the week. Limiting injuries from training. And Probable Status Shift can help push borderline players into available statuses for game day. Interesting. We do what we can. So what role are you most interested us in performing? I feel like injury prevention is going to be the move here, because I guess ideally if you can prevent injuries, you don't have to worry too much about people coming back from them too quickly. I'm going to go with injury prevention. If we try and keep our team healthy just throughout the season, then we can ideally, hopefully, not have to worry about injuries throughout the season, is what I'm thinking. Like, obviously, there's going to be injuries this season, but if we just kind of try and prevent them from happening, then surely that's where we're going to be happiest, right? If we lose all 3 preseason games, are we going to be looked at poorly? Okay, nothing's really changed. So let's go to the next week, which will be our bye week after our final preseason game against the Los Angeles Chargers. Can we at least make it out of preseason with a win of any description? We do. We beat the Chargers 37-10. Thank goodness for that. So we're on our bye week. We're going to have to cut 21 players to make it to the cap. We do have a rather large salary cap as well. So depending on how well this season is going, we could absolutely try and make a move to upgrade the roster. So let's talk about this position battle. Then we'll cut loads of players, and then we'll go through the whole squad. Then we'll take down the Seahawks. I've got a plan for this episode, I promise. We're in the weight room. Hey, it's Jason. Hey, coach. Been giving extra focus on our zone players. I'm locked in. I know exactly where to be on all route concepts. We've noticed. I've been really impressed with how you took on the challenge. Got to take advantage of every opportunity, coach. Anytime. Keep up the hard work. Nice one. Nice one. Okay, so we'll go through and cut our players. I'm probably not going to show this because it's just going to be the irrelevant players anyway. So I'll go through those. Finally, we will cut Greg Joseph. I was considering making the entire Niners fan base happy and getting rid of Jake Moody, but that feels kind of rough. So with that in mind, let's go through and we'll take a look at the whole actual lineup for this team. So here we are. The 49ers lineup. Offensive line. Left guard could definitely do with some work here. Obviously, the left tackle will do quite a lot to cover that. And with Trent Williams, we've got one of the better left tackles in the entire league, I would say. But generally, I feel like the offensive line could use some work. So that's probably one thing we're definitely going to look at improving in the draft. Obviously, tight end, George Kittle. Need I say anymore? Brandon Ayuk being wide receiver 1. I feel like this is going to be a huge year for Brandon. Of all the Madden games I've played, even when Deebo Samuel was on the team, I always got way more production out of Brandon Ayuk anyway. I'm excited to see how much production we can get out of him. We've got Ricky Pearsall behind him as well. Now, Ricky Pearsall, I'm so excited to get to using, and I hope we're really going to try and develop him this year. Christian McCaffrey at our halfback position, James and Garendo as well, so that's looking pretty healthy. Big Brock as QB, which I'm very, very happy with. Carl Juszczyk is back for another year. And Juwan Jennings at wide receiver 2. I don't know if we maybe move Pearsall to wide receiver 2. No, do you know what? Pearsall will get his time. That's absolutely fine. So that's our offense, which is looking really spicy. Now, defense is where we potentially look at some holes. So Hankins has come in as our defensive tackle 1 as we made the trade, so that's a clear upgrade. Nick Bosa and Big Fred Warner are definitely the weapons on this defense. Now we come in to look at places we might need some reinforcements. Malik Mustafa, a really good looking young free safety. I'm looking forward to seeing him hopefully improve and carry the team in that position. And we have Jason Pinnock there as well. So that's going to be something to look out for, because I want Jason Pinnock to succeed. I truly do. But Malik Mustafa is my guy, so that will be interesting. Diomedor Lenore, again, incredible cornerback, And we got Green opposite him as well. Brown at strong safety. The defense is looking okay, but we're definitely looking at some reinforcements. So I'm definitely looking at offensive line in the draft and definitely some defensive players as well. Punt receiver is down as McCaffrey. Now, just in terms of hoping to not get him injured, I'm going to put Pearsall there. That gives him some guaranteed snaps. Obviously, it's not like ideal snaps, but yeah, I don't fancy having McCaffrey as our punt returner. Honestly, I'm going to put him pretty far down the line. I don't want McCaffrey returning punts. I'm pretty happy with saying that. So, a very important thing, choosing the draft class. We are just going to go with auto-generated rookies. I feel like that feels more fun, more exciting, and makes the rebuild, or not rebuild, but makes the franchise feel more personal to us. So, auto-generated rookies, we'll start scouting them very, very soon. So we've got some players we can upgrade before we worry about going and playing Seattle. Michael Williams again. And Isaac Grendo. Okay, so we're going to upgrade Michael Williams' power rusher, and he's up to an 80 overall, which is huge. Now, when we look at Isaac Grendo, what can we upgrade of his? Because elusive back jukes and spins around defenders before taking off in the blink of an eye. I mean, I guess if that's the scheme fit, that takes him up to a 74 overall as well. So Isaac Grendo, well on the way to helping this team out. With that in mind, though, we're going to jump into our game in Seattle against the Seahawks. A division game to open the season, which is going to be nice and juicy. Let's get in there. Now, just in the interest of time, because it is getting quite late, not that you'll be able to tell that, even though I've only just told you. I'm going to play the offense for this game. Just get used to the 49ers. I haven't used the Niners yet this Madden cycle, which is kind of crazy, actually. So, just so I can get used to them, then moving forward when we play games, I'll try and play both sides. But we are at Lumen Field, home of the Seattle Seahawks. And I forgot Sam Darnold is going to be the QB. So we're going up against Big Sam, who had a bit of a rejuvenation year in San Francisco before heading to the Vikings. And are absolutely smashing it. There are the boys looking to bounce back from their 6-11. And the Seahawks with their 10-7 record, who also didn't make it to the playoffs last year. It was the Rams that made it out of the division. So this first game of the season could do a lot for setting up how this is going to go. And straight off the bat, Seattle have gone down the field and scored a touchdown. Well, we know what we need to do. Going to start with a run by McCaffrey. And the offensive line holds up really, really well. Christian McCaffrey with a 20-yard rush to start our season off. Right, we're going to try and get the pass game going here. Ayuk is the read. Jennings looks kind of tasty. So does Kittle. And we've got McCaffrey in the backfield if we need him. Straight to Ayuk. Well made. 2nd and 1. This looks like it could be a bit of an issue, actually. So we're going to audible to quickly change this to a pass concept. I feel like Juwan Jennings or Kittle is going to be the move here. George Kittle is wide open and makes a good play. Gets us the first down. Ricky Pearsall looks to be the read here. Could provide us with a tasty option. Kittle over the middle is going to be nice and open, though. Tackle is made. Tackle is made. 2nd and 2. I think McCaffrey should just be able to run this one in. We're not going to audible this one, because I think we'll be able to make it. McCaffrey does indeed make it. Gets the first down. So we've got a bit of a mesh play here. McCaffrey is going to be the read as he kind of runs across the width of the field. He's going to get the ball. Takes us down to 1st and goal. What a play by McCaffrey. Going to get Ayuk in motion. It's not going to look like McCaffrey's going to be able to get in there. So we're going to quickly change the concept. I think Ayuk or Kittle could be the move here. I think Ayuk is well open. And he is going to be in for the touchdown. Brandon Ayuk. Obviously, he's back in this franchise way earlier than we thought he was going to be. So I don't know if that's something that I've done and maybe I need to change that, but Brandon Ayuk is back for the season opener. He was very open for this pass, and he scores the first touchdown of our San Francisco 49ers franchise mode. Assuming Jake Moody doesn't mess this up, he's going to bring this back to 7-7. And we'll have to see if the defense can hold out the Seahawks. Holding, holding, holding. And they do not. Okay, so we've got 7 minutes in the second quarter to try and draw level with the Seahawks here. So McCaffrey out of the backfield is going to be the read here. Juwan Jennings is going to offer us a nice option. McCaffrey just smirks off a tackle. My God, McCaffrey is an absolute beast in this game. Nobody shrugs off a tackle like Christian McCaffrey. Holy cow. Okay, McCaffrey's going to be the read, but Ayuk over the middle of the field. Could look kind of nice, and he does. And he's going to get open here. Stiff arms, one defender. Misses the tackle of a second. Keeps going. Brandon Ayuk, what a play. We're going to get Christian Juszczyk involved for his first play of the season. And he's going to dive right up the middle. Oh, gain of 3 before getting absolutely slapped. All right, we're going to go for a halfback slip screen here. We've got 4 people running verticals, so that McCaffrey should be empty underneath. But he is going to get taken down and is going to be dispossessed as well. So it's going to bring out 3rd and 7. Under a bit of pressure here early doors. So Ricky Pearsall might be the move here. Oh, Ayuk was in coverage. Ayuk was in coverage, but head coach suggestions, Kyle Shanahan is saying to go for it on 4th down. Wow, okay. I think Kittle's going to be the move here. Kittle's absolutely the move here, but we get sacked! DeMarcus Lawrence brings down Brock Purdy. It's a changeover on downs. That's my bad. I did not get the ball out nearly quick enough. We need to hope the defense can hold up, which they cannot. Seattle go 21-7 up. Oh, dear. If we get a touchdown here in the next minute and 11, this is not the end of the world, because we will be receiving the ball at the beginning of the second half. So it's not the end of the world, but boy, we do be needing a touchdown. Can Kittle make that catch? He cannot. It was worth taking the risk on it. Oh, he stayed in bounds. So Jennings or Ayuk is probably where we're looking on this play. Oh, and we're going to get sacked again. Big sack from the Seahawks. This is not going to plan in our 49ers debut. Are they going to be able to do anything in the last 30 seconds? They are not. We get the ball to start the third quarter. And boy, we need something to go our way here. Purdy hands the ball off. McCaffrey runs it straight up the gut. And he's injured. No. Okay, lads, this could... okay, panic. Christian McCaffrey has gone down. If this is a sign... if this is a sign of things to come, we could be in trouble here. Okay, we only just picked up the first down. He's got elbow bursitis. Will return soon. I think we substitute it. We're just... it's not worth the risk. Especially not a player like McCaffrey. Jennings in motion. Good catch by Kittle. Makes up some good yards here. Battling through defenders. Picks up a big gain. McCaffrey is back in the lineup already. Clearly wasn't that bad then. And he's going to run straight up the gut. Picks up another first down for Christian McCaffrey. I feel like we need a touchdown, and we need it fairly quickly, though. We still got time. It's just how much faith we actually have in our defense. That's a great pass to Kittle, but it was knocked away. He was very covered, so that's my bad. That's my bad. Like I'm almost trying to force something to happen on offense, which is honestly the worst thing you can do. Juwan Jennings picks up the first down and puts us in a good position to potentially score a touchdown. I also think on this play, Jennings is going to be the move. And he is. Juwan Jennings in for a touchdown halfway through the third quarter of this game. We need our defense to make a stand, and they do. Sam Darnold is unable to break through the 49ers defense in the third quarter, which leads us to this drive, which is very important, and we are not really able to walk away from this drive with anything less than a touchdown. This is important now. McCaffrey unable to really get anything going on the ground there. We'll go for the slip screen again. See if we can get some traction with this. And McCaffrey's going to do so well to break a tackle. Almost going to get the first down. My gosh. Wear and tear impact, none. That keeps blowing up. I'm assuming McCaffrey might be at risk of an injury. I mean, it's obviously popped up for a reason, hasn't it? McCaffrey, again, is just going to be absolutely free. And he's going to get taken down, but that's a big gain. Big gain for Christian McCaffrey. So Juszczyk is in motion on this play. He's also going to be the read out of the backfield. Almost threw an interception. That absolutely should have been an interception. Crikey. Jennings so close to the first down. It is going to force another third down, though. McCaffrey, we should be pretty clear to run on this play. So the graphic says 4th and 1. He's not made it. He's not made it. What is the coach's suggestions that we go for it again? Coach's suggestions that we go for it. Do we just run it right up the gut? That looks like a no. Kittle's going to be the move here. Never mind. Farrell, very open. Calm. I wasn't worried. Brock Purdy now goes for over 200 yards in the game. In the game, Farrell was open. PA crosses. The only thing I'm worried about is we need to be a bit worried we are taking good chunk of time off the clock here. And Pearsall is open, is only just not going to be able to get it home. And George Kittle has now gone down injured. Oh, God. Well, that's a problem. We're going to see if McCaffrey can just power this one home. Oh, he doesn't get there. What a stand from the Seahawks. Leg cramps will return soon. We'll have to substitute him then. We cannot be having Kittle out either. Kittle and McCaffrey are going to be our two biggest players on offense. I'm telling you already. McCaffrey runs it down the gut to get San Francisco back within a point. of the Seahawks. I'm sure that's going to be the first touchdown of many for Christian McCaffrey in this save. Brings it back to 21-21. The Seahawks are only able to take this to a field goal. So it's 21-24 with 6 minutes 52 left. So we got a good amount of time left. So not only do we want to equalize here, at least, we also want to run some time off the clock. We don't want to just give them time to come back at us. And McCaffrey is able to pick up 8 yards. We're going to want to start just bleeding that clock a little bit. Hence why it's recommending us doing some runs. Now, Christian McCaffrey, risk of injury is currently down as severe. So, for the end of this game, I think we're going to stick in Jordan James, which seems like a big call, especially with, you know, how close this game is. But we need McCaffrey to stay fit. It would be awfully early in this season to lose McCaffrey already. So we'll play the crack toss, see what James can do in this situation. He's not quite able to get the first down, just about makes it back to the line of scrimmage, which is unfortunate. So Jennings might be the move here. Jennings absolutely is the move here. Catches the ball, keeps a hold of it. 3rd and Juwan. It's always the way. It's always the way. Juwan Jennings is an absolute monster in 3rd down situations. Just always is. That pass rush is coming through. Gill is going to make it for the first down. We still just want to keep that time bleeding off the clock, though. We don't want to be making anything happen. We don't want anything to be happening too quickly. Pissel with a fantastic catch. Gets us to 1st and goal, which is exactly what we wanted. The offensive coordinator, though, Kyle, is just saying go for it. So I guess he's saying we should rely on our defense. Ayuk makes the catch, scores the touchdown, a 2nd touchdown for Brandon Ayuk in our season opener against the Seahawks, which finally puts us ahead for the first time in this game. 27-24 up, and an interception by Fred Warner. Big Fred coming up clutch. Now, what we really have to do is see this out in the last 2 minutes 46. A lot of run plays, a lot of time wasting. Crucially, we're going to have to try and get some first downs, though. But that's fine. We can just run down some time here. Pretty much take this to the 2-minute warning, which is what we want to do. We just want to run out the clock, make sure we get this result over the line. It's not pretty. It's not a great first game to watch, but we just want to... Oh, that was a brutal hit. Takes us to the 2-minute warning. Now, every play from this point onwards is important. And, do you know what? For that reason, actually, we're going to bring back in Christian McCaffrey. Hopefully. His risk of injury is severe, though. Oh, Jesus. We'll stick with Jordan James. We'll stick with Jordan James. I believe. I absolutely believe. Bit of a cross play. Jennings, it's probably going to be the read here, but Ayuk and Pearsall are also on some tasty little routes. I've absolutely thrown that one up for grabs. I fat-fingered it. We're going to have to rely on the defense, or this could be going to overtime early doors. Oh, gosh. The Seahawks have taken it to overtime. Of course they have. Right. What a first game of the season this is. Crikey. Right, we're just going to go for it. We're just going to try Get the score. Let's not faff around too much with this. Kittle over the middle. First down. Tackled by approximately 75 Seahawks players. Brock Purdy is going to hand this one off to James. We're going to try and run it right up the gut. Take some time off the clock. And that he does. Gain of 7. And with that, we are just going to keep running it. We're going to have Willis in motion. James is going to run it again. And James is going to get the first down. Which is good, because that means we're able to just keep wasting that clock. Keep running that time. Going to go for a pass. Try for some little bit of explosiveness, even if that just means Willis off the edge. Nope, Kittle down the middle. That's absolutely fine. Another gain of 3. Run on 2nd and 7. I don't know if this is really the move. Going to go for it. Brings it to 3rd and 4. Which is pretty manageable. It's Kittle going across the middle. I'm feeling fairly good about that. I feel like they might be bringing some heat here, though. Oh, they are! And we're unable to get it done. Oh, no. They suggest going for the field goal. I think the target's going to be off. And Jake Moody misses the field goal. There's a flag for Seattle, though. Roughing the kicker! Roughing the kicker. That is huge. The Seahawks have had an absolute mare. That could have been game done. That could have been game absolutely done. Do you know what? Just to make sure we get the job done, we're bringing back in CMC. James has been more than serviceable, but we're bringing back in CMC. Again, Willis in motion. We're going to have McCaffrey try and absolutely belt it right up the gut of the Seahawks, which he is going to do. Huge play from Christian McCaffrey. 10 rushes, 73 yards, but he's made a lot of passing plays for us as well. We know how important McCaffrey is to this team. Oh, Jennings was wide open in the middle, but we've taken a sack. We just love to make things awkward for ourselves, don't we, boys? Kittle is stopped just shy of the end zone. Oh my gosh. Oh, Purdy is taken down. They reckon go for him 4th down again. Oh my god. This is so stressful. George Kittle makes the catch. Touchdown, San Francisco. And that is it. The Seahawks are unable to respond, but God, they pushed us all the way. They pushed us all the way. We are leaving Seattle, counting our lucky stars after that. Holy cow. The game ends 33-27. Can't help but feel like they are... Can't help but feel like the Seahawks are going to be absolutely ruining that roughing the kicker. That would have been game over because we missed the field goal anyway. Player stats. Brock Purdy with a 147.3 QB rating. Completion percentage for Darnold and Purdy was exactly the same. But Purdy had double the touchdowns and 100% less interceptions as well. So big game for Brock Purdy. We're escaping Seattle with a win. I think this shows us a lot of things, though. We still need to learn this offense, and we're not going to be able to rely on our defense that much. Our defense is not overly reliable right now. But hey, it's week 1. You know, the players just need to ease into it. We need to get used to it. We do also have a lot of spare cap room too, so possibly upgrading our defense is definitely something we could look to do. But crikey, that was if all the weeks of this season are going to be that intense, then oh my god, I can't do this. All right, that's about it for what we're going to cover in today's episode. But let's go over the weekly recap with Scott Hansen. This is such a cool new feature. I absolutely love this. Right, so Scott, talk to me. What's happening? I'm assuming it's probably going to start with what's just happened in Seattle. What do you know it is? The 49ers going against the Seattle Seahawks. Brock Purdy with a fantastic pass there to Brandon Ayuk, who somehow breaks that tackle. That's absolutely ridiculous. Both QBs 26 for 33. And only 7 yards difference, but 2 whole touchdowns. The difference. Sorry, my face is mildly in the way there. We're going to New York, where the Jets took on the Steelers. See what happens. Justin Fields. Big pass, and he leads the Jets to a win over the Steelers. Is it actually Steelers-Jets week 1? Damn, that's going to be juicy. Damn, so the Jets take a week 1 victory against the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is big. Not a good start to Aaron Rodgers' life in Pittsburgh. And finally, we go to Atlanta, where the Falcons took on the Buccaneers. Michael Penix Jr. with a huge throw. Big completion. It leads the Falcons to a win. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs fall to a defeat to the Atlanta Falcons. Ray McCloud with that ridiculous reception. What a throw from Michael Penix Jr. We could have an absolute quarterback on our hands. What a combination that was. Thank you, very quiet Scott Hansen. I don't know if anyone could hear that. With that in mind, that does bring us to the end of this first episode of San Francisco 49ers Franchise Mode. If you guys have enjoyed it, then please hit that like button. And if you're new around here, then you might as well hit that subscribe button too. Whilst you're down there, you might as well click the notification bell too, so you get notified of every single time we upload this 49ers Franchise Mode. I don't know how often I'm going to be posting this. We'll see, but this has been so fun. Hopefully the episode turns out okay, and hopefully you guys enjoy it too. Hey, if you're also into much more variety stuff, why don't you check out my main channel? Go to Smith99, where I post Fortnite challenges and funny videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.